Hello, future toppers. Let's make maths simple, intuitive, and fun together. So, we got wholesome new problem in which we have to find out the area bounded by the curve, and it goes this way. Let n greater than equal to 2. So, who is n? N is a number, and that too natural number. Okay, so n is a number. The function is defined from 0 to 1. So the domain is 0 to 1 to r. Be the function defined by this. So just be super slow. Don't get stressed because of the volume of the question. Rather, have patience. Okay. So if you'll observe this part, you will find that the degree of x is 1. So it's a straight line. No worry about it. They have introduced the variable n, but that arbitrary constant is nothing but the natural number. Okay. So it is representing only one thing, that it is a number. That's it. Here also it is straight line. Here also it is straight line, and here is also it is straight line. So no need to think about it too much. Now, if n is such that the area of the region bounded by the curve x equals to 0, x equals to 1, y equals to 0, and y equals to f of x is 4. So these guys have already told you the value of area, then the maximum value of the function. So you have to find out the maximum value of your function. So look at this, how we will proceed. So the idea is, first we will try to draw the graph. Okay. So look at this, how we will draw. Now let's proceed with the informations. So look at this. It is 0, 0. So origin. Now suppose that x is 0. Suppose x is 0. So this thing will become 0. Like, I will change the color so that it will become much more convenient for you guys. So if x is 0, this thing will become 0, and you will left with n times 1. So suppose that this is n. So at 0 you are at n. Okay. Now at 1 by 2n. So suppose that 1 by 2n is somewhere here. 1 by 2n comma 0. I'll be writing only x coordinate. Okay. So ignore everything else. 1 by 2n. Now, so if x is 1 by 2n, this thing will become what? 1 by 2n, 2n, 2n gone, we are left with 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 times n is what? 0. So your graph will start from n and will reach at 0. Okay? Now look at this. We have at 1 by 2n, we have to follow this part. So look at this. So if we will put x as 1 by 2n, this 2n, 2n gone, so you are left with 1. So 1 minus 1 is what? 0. 0 into 2n is 0. So next graph will start from that point. Okay. Now x is what? 3 by 4n. So suppose that this is 3 by 4n. 3 by 4n. Okay. So it is, x is 3 by 4n. So this 2n and this 2n gone, we are left with 3 by 2. So it will become what? 3 by 2 minus 1, which is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 2n is n. So at this point, we will be left with n. So again it will reach at n. Okay. So done with this part. Now let's proceed with the next definition. The only energy you have to invest is you have to break down the question. That's it. And things will be almost done. Now we have 3 by 4n. So look at this. If you will replace x with 3 by 4n and n gone, we are left with 3 by 4. 1 minus 3 by 4 is 1 by 4. So 4 and 4 gone, we are left with 1. So next definition will start from this point only. Now we have to go to 1 by n. So suppose that this is 1 by n. Okay. So if we will be using 1 by n, so it is 1 by n and n gone, we are left with 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 4n into 0 becomes 0. So it will reach again here. As it is straight line, that's why I'm connecting with straight line. Okay. Now let's move on to the next definition part. So we have 1 by n over here. So 1 by n, replace x with 1 by n, done. 1 minus 1 is 0, done. Now we have 1 over here. So suppose that this is 1. Now if x is replaced by 1, so it is n minus 1. N minus 1, n minus 1 gone, we are left with n. So it is approaching its maximum value again. So all the time they are reaching maximum as n only. So this means you have to find out the value of n. Now done with the graph. Now look at this, x equals to 0. So x equals to 0 is y-axis. X equals to 1. X equals to 1 is this region. Y equals to 0 is x-axis. This line and the curve this means these guys are interested in finding this area, and according to them the area enclosed by these functions is 4. So they have already given you the area. So how we will respond? Look at this way. So can I say that area is half base? Base is what? 1 by 2n, final minus initial. So this thing will become base and the height will become n. So this is the first part of the area. Okay. Now second part, half again, base will become this. So who is the final? 1 by n is the final. Final minus initial, 1 by 2n into height. Height is again n. You may say that, sir, how you can decide that the base is this much? So look at this. Suppose that you have a straight line. Some person is staying at 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose I am standing here. Okay. And you are standing here. So what is the gap between me and you? So if you'll observe, you will say that, sir, it is 3. So how did you get that? What you did? You did final minus initial. 4 minus 1 and things are done. You got your base. Okay. Now the area for the final part is half. Base is what? 1 minus 1 by n into height is n, and things are done. Now let's simplify these things. So according to that, area is 4. Now let's simplify things. So we have 1 by 2n everywhere. So can I take n by 2 common? So we are left with 1 by 2n plus 1 by n minus 1 by 2n plus 1 minus 1 by n. You can play fruit ninja. This thing gone. This thing gone. So we are left with 1 only. So we got value of n as 8. So we have calculated the value of n as 8. Now they are asking you to find out the maximum value. So what is the maximum value? This is the maximum value, n. Therefore the required answer is 8. I hope you understood the question as well as the concept. Okay, so see you guys in next session of MathFlix.